before doing anything, I want to change something. So when we change the color, I want to change the color of the SVG too, so it looks better. So after we change the span, and then also want to change the SVG to fill it with the 666. Okay, if I go back right now, this looks better because it looks like it goes together somehow. It's not fully, but it's a bit better. It looks better when it's not fully zoomed in. Also, I want to work on the responsiveness, so let me zoom out a bit. Let me just see some points that we can actually work on that. Okay, something like here, like 670. At 670, we may actually like start changing things. So what I'm trying to change is actually hide this element, the bioprotection, the customer service, and help. We're only gonna leave the country, okay, and also the wish list, the link, and also the account. So because we're gonna have a menu there, the rest is not gonna matter. Okay, that's much. They are already not doing anything. So I'm gonna go to the list item. Okay, let me just show you how we do that. So right here, and we can create our breakpoint right here. So it's gonna be max width 670 pixel, and right here what I'm trying to do. So we are in the list item, so I'm gonna select the second list item and the third one and the fourth one. Okay, so I'm gonna select these three and then hide them. So I can just simply use the nth of type. Okay, so the one that is the same type as the list item, which is gonna be the second one. Also, let me copy that. So first of all, let me just make it display none. I'm gonna go to the second list item. I'm just gonna display it none so it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so hide it. And then I'm gonna go to the third and fourth one. So let me just copy that and just have it right here like that. So this is gonna be the third one and this is the fourth one, like that. And then go back and you see that it's been removed, and you can go to small screen and you can see it, you know, without any problem. If you go to the smallest of smallest, it still looks the best, but phones like this don't exist anymore. Okay, so I'm not really bothered about it. So this is the minimum that you see, and this is the regular. Okay, so it looks good. Now focus with me because this is actually very important. We didn't work on the authentication yet, so now we don't know if the user is actually logged in or not, which is something needs to be considered when working in header, because if the user is logged in, we're not gonna show account this way. Okay, we need to actually show, like, instead of this SVG, we want to show like the image of that user logged in, and instead of account, we want to show the name of the user. So right now we don't have any of that, so maybe we can hard code it, but when we actually have, we need to go back to the header and actually change it. So that's gonna be how we actually gonna do it. So let me zoom in a bit, go back to top. So let me go back right here, let me const, we're gonna create a state. So this is gonna be for, like, I don't know, logged in, set logged in, and then use state. So in the beginning is gonna be false. So we can take this, where is it, this one right here, this whole list item, I can show it when logged in. I'm gonna show something else. We can show it like it's actually quite the same, so I'm gonna have it like that, else it's gonna be like that. So I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna do it. So when it's logged in, I'm not gonna show an account, I'm gonna show like the name. So for example, I'm gonna have this one, okay, like that. So as you see right now, we're gonna see account because it's false. We're gonna change that to true, so that means we are logged in. As this is actually pretty simple, I don't know what I'm explaining it too much. So now logged in is true, then we're gonna see that. When it's not true, we're gonna see that. So that is true, so we're gonna see my name. And then also we need to hard code the image. So I'm gonna change this icon right here to an image, and the source of it temporarily, I'm just gonna get any image from Google, like copy it, the link of it, and then just have it like that, and then go back and go to our application, and you can see it this way. Okay, so that is actually very, very nice. So you see the difference. So let's also go back to false because we need to work on the menu. So let me go back at it after making a few changes to the menu that I've had before. So right now, if you go back to our code, you can see exactly that when we're logged in, we show this list item, and when we're not, we show this list item. Okay, but both of them, the right here, this list item is going to share the same menu, but it's going to be a bit of difference between, you know, if you're logged in or not. So the whole idea is I want to take all these two list items and put it inside one list item. And that way we can have the elements inside them also. So right here, you can go simply like styles, dot menu. Okay, like that, we have the menu right here inside that element. So when we position it absolute, we're gonna position it absolute to the element like that, to the parent element, so it doesn't overflow it. So let me create that, the menu, in its own folder or its own file. So inside the header, let's call this user menu.js, and then RFC. Let me get the import for the size from the top. Where is it? This one. I'm gonna change it right here. Let me close that, go back to top. So right here, I'm gonna take this div from here, and let me just call the user menu like that. So this is better, so you can understand your elements better. So let me just go back right here and just have it like that. So I feel like this is better, and then we can simply start coding inside it. So maybe we can do that. I don't know, let me just move this a bit. If I actually can, though, I can't. So let me just try like that. Yeah, sorry, this is a bit annoying, but let's do that so you actually can see changes live. So inside this, we're gonna have an each for that's gonna say welcome to Shopee, like that. Okay, so first of all, I want to go back first. So because we need to actually position it absolute, and also it doesn't like stop working. I'm gonna show you. So let me go back to styles, then right here, I'm gonna select the menu, and then I'm gonna get, first of all, let's give it like a width of 280 pixel, and then I'm gonna also add the shadow that we had before. So box shadow, before do anything, we're gonna have the shadow that we had before, so shadow 1, and then also I'm gonna position it absolute like that. So from the top is gonna be 100%, so like that, and then from the right is gonna be 0, so it starts from that element. So right 0, and I also remind you, this is a bit very zoomed in. Okay, so this is like 175 zoomed in, so it's not gonna look like that with you. I'm gonna show you later. So like that, and then also let me add a z index like 99, so that's better. And then maybe we can add a display flex, then flex direction to be column, and then I'm gonna have a gap between them of 1 rem, and then also I'm gonna have a padding of 1 rem from top and bottom, and from right and left 0, like that. And then also we can select that each for inside it and text align to be center. So this one, each for, so we center that text right there. If you go back to the normal zoom in, this is how it looks, which is fantastic. So I'm just zooming so you can see. I don't know why I'm repeating that too much. So, and then after that, so here right here, we're gonna have like, depending on if we are logged in or not. So when we're logged in, we're gonna show like a picture of that user and the name of it, and also a button to sign out. If not, we're gonna show 2 buttons, like you can use one to register or one to sign in. Okay, so maybe what I can do is go to the tab, we're gonna pass a property. So this logged in, we can pass it to the components that we have, which is something very nice. So I'm just gonna pass it like that, and the value of it like that. So you name the value that you want to pass and the value of it, say, and then you can go back to that user menu like that and just get it from the props, destruct that and get it like that. So the value that we have right here, any change happens to it, we're gonna have it like that. Okay, and then simply you can go right here and just see if it's locked in, then we're gonna do something else, we're gonna do something like that, just as a test. So when we're logged in, I want to show, as I told you, the image and stuff. So I can go right now like that. I'm gonna have a div that's gonna be called, let's go styles.flex, and then inside it we're gonna have an image. So let me get that image from here. Let me copy the source of it. I go back right here and change the source also like that. As we are logged in right now, we can see that we're gonna make a few changes to it, and then also let me add a class name to it, which is gonna be menu. Okay, so we call this menu. Okay, so it's gonna be menu image like that, and then sorry, this is gonna be styles dot, and then after that we're just gonna have another class name, which is gonna be styles.co for this div, because we want to have a column, and then it's gonna be a span, and this is gonna say welcome back, and then after that we're gonna have another h3 that's gonna see the username like this one, and then we're gonna have another span that's gonna see sign outs like this. So that's the first thing. So, and else this is gonna be like a bit similar, And first, let's go back to top because we need to change this from true to false so we can now start seeing the other side, which is empty right now. And then my voice is a bit ruined, so just bear with me. So we're gonna have styles.flex again, and then we're gonna have, okay, styles.flex, and sorry, this should be before that, like that. Okay, and then inside this we're gonna have two buttons, like that. Let me save that. So for the first button is gonna be like, for example, sign in or register, and then right here, login. Or you can just use sign in, sign out, like I'm just gonna use those. And then, so this is all what we're actually gonna see right here. And after all of this, so this is gonna show no matter what. It doesn't have any relation to logged in or not, which is gonna be an unordered list like that, which is simply, we're gonna have few links. So in the list item, we're just gonna have a link and make sure it's already there. Okay, so link, and then the href, we're gonna see depending on what we want. So let me just think about the first one. So the first one is going to be account. So this is going to go to /, or first of all, before let me copy few of them. Okay, few instances, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So 6, just we can see. So right here, we're going to have account. So this is going to be / profile. And this is going to be / profile. And then this is going to be, let me just see for orders. Okay, so this is going to be / orders. And right here, this is my orders. Like that. And this is, so let me, okay, so because we need to fill those we can't leave them empty. That's the idea of a link. So right here we're gonna have message center, and then this is gonna be / profile / messages. Okay, and then this one is gonna be for address, and then this is gonna be / profile / address, because the user can have many addresses that he can, you know, change between them. And then we're gonna have the wish list, and then you can add whatever you want. This is not limited, so you do whatever you like. Wish list, like that. Let me remove these two, and let me see. So now everything goes back to normal, and we can't see the rest. I don't know why. Let me just go back. So the height, let me just make it to 100%. Sorry, 100%. Okay, what is the problem? Okay, so there is something. So do we need to actually have like a minimum height? That's kind of weird. It should work without it. And also this is not showing. So an ordered list. Okay, this is kind of weird, to be honest. I don't know what there is, so let me just work on it and see. Let me just see if we have any unordered list like that. We will see. So after the H4, we can actually select some styling. So let's see the changes. So let's select flex, and then have display flex, and then so let's add import into it because it's not gonna work directly as I tried before. So gap 10 pixel. And then also important, then we're gonna have a width of 100%, and then we're gonna have a padding of 0, and then 1 rem from right and left, like that. And then I'm gonna go and select every button. So we may actually need to create like a global button styling that we can use all the time, and this can be achieved, as I told you, going back to these styles and then the base, okay, right here, and we can like have our own button. And then, so we already have that padding, and also let me just add display flex, align item center, and then justify content center. And then we can have a gap between them of 5 pixel. We can have also, like, we can call it button primary, maybe. So the background of it, we can create another color before the shadow. Let's call it blue color. So because our website is going to be probably mainly blue, so the color is going to be 2F8 2FF. Okay, like that. And then simply for the background is going to be that blue color. And then I can go back right here. So where the button is going to be, okay, where is it? So right here for the buttons, I can add a class name, which is going to be just button primary without the need any style. Now really, we actually need to add styles because we are already in a model. So we are right here. We just import that file. We still need to use styles. So this is going to be styles.primary. Let me just close this and then save, and now you can see that. So let me continue with the styling right here, not right here, but actually go back to the button itself. So let me just give me a second because I'm just looking at my phone. So let's go back right here. And so after the background, we can have a color, which is going to be white, and then the font weight is going to be 600 probably. And also we're going to have a cursor pointer. The width is going to be 100%, like that. And then let me just see, so the border radius, so just to round it a little bit, so like 2 pixels, like that. I like it. And then we can have like this another button, which is going to be similar. Let's call it secondary or button outlined. So simply for the color is going to be that color, but for the background is going to be, let's create the gray color that we had before, which is going to be F8, 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 and then let's call this gray color. And then right here we can use that in the, instead of the color, we can use gray color, like that. Going back to user menu, let me add a class name. So this is going to be size.button outlined. Let me just see. Okay, so let me just go back. So I made some mistake right here. So this is going to be the background, and this is the color is the one that's going to be blue. So blue color, like that. So this out looking. Let me just see it in a very, okay, so this actually look very nice in without zooming. Zooming kills it a bit.